Hello, everyone. My name is Benny Ferguson, and welcome to Bridging the Mental Gap. The title of this video is, what do you do when you realize that your wife or partner obviously can't give you what you want? This video comes from just some self introspection that I'm doing or have been doing for a while now. And in the area of relationships and my partnership with my wife, I realized, and I realized this a while back, but I realized that there are certain things that I was desiring of her that she could never fulfill for me. Things like attention, things like the feeling of being loved, or someone having their focus on you and giving you a high level of attention, and the ability to feel safe and secure in relationship. And I was applying these things to her, and I'm looking for behaviors from her to make me feel this way. And I realized that this is something that could never happen. And to try to hold her to that level of responsibility wasn't fair either. What I realized is that these are emotional deficiencies that I had that only I could feel because they were existing within me. My need for attention, my need for the focus to be on, my desire for attention, my desire for the focus to be on me, my desire to feel loved, to feel supported. All of those things, they stem from childhood. They stem from my childhood and have, of course, moved along, haven't gone anywhere because I haven't addressed them in my mind, in body. So to realize that I was expecting these things and more from my wife or from my partner, and that anytime she performed a behavior or something, or she did something that made me feel that way, from her end, it was always short-lived. It would feel good and then it would be gone, and then I would be needing it again, or I would be wanting her to do this again, and applying that pressure, having that high level of expectation for something that she could never fulfill inside of me, was just creating weight to the relationship. It was creating pain in the relationship. I'm creating pain for her, and she's creating pain for me because she's not able to fulfill these needs that I have. And this is something that I want you to think about. What are you requiring or asking of your partner that they can never feel for you? Because many times it's not the physical actions that you're really wanting. Look to those things that when your partner does something, you feel good, it makes you feel good, and then it's gone and you need it again, and you're looking for it again, or you're asking for it again, or you're feeling bad, or you're upset that they haven't done it, or they're not doing it for you enough. Look to those things and then ask yourself, is this something that my partner can ever actually feel for me? Or is it some type of emotional deficiency I have on the inside that I need to address? And the thing about it is, many relationships are built on this, and it's part of the reason why they fall apart. Many relationships, in the initial, your partner is doing things that are filling your emotional voids, and you like that. And your past partner probably had stopped doing it, or they weren't filling enough of the voids, and so the relationship broke apart. You went to somebody else, and you have that high, awesome feeling when a relationship first starts and everybody's being both of you are being really attentive to the other person's needs, and you're giving them a lot of attention, and you're showing them love and all of that stuff. Well, it's when other responsibilities begin to come into play, especially when you're talking about a long-term relationship or marriage and family, it's very difficult or near impossible for me to stay focused on you and to fulfill those voids the way I was doing when the relationship first started. It's not that I don't want to, it's that it's almost impossible to do. And what happens is, now, because I'm not able to fill those emotional voids, and because my feeling those voids was equated and associated with love, now it appears that I don't love you. And now it appears, and now you feel like you're falling out of love. Well, you're not falling out of love. You never were in love. You were having your emotional deficiencies filled by someone, filled by something outside of you, and they can never keep that up. Nobody can keep that up. And it can never be filled because they do something, your partner does something for you that makes you feel a certain way, or they give you a gift, or they do something for you, or they show you love, or they give you attention for a few hours in the evening, and it makes you feel a certain way, and then tomorrow all of that's gone and you need it again. That means there's a deficiency inside of you, and only you can truly address that deficiency. Only you can make it whole on the inside. And it's not anyone outside of you, it's not anyone else's responsibility to fill those voids. Now, this is advanced stuff for those who are ready to hear, because most people are not. Most people close to me are not. They don't understand. They won't hear the fact that your partner will never fulfill your emotional voids. They can't. And this is the reason why you feel like you're falling out of love. It's not because they don't love you, or you don't love them, or maybe you never were in love. Maybe it was the fact that they were filling your voids for an amount of time, and now that they're not to the point that you would like them to be, you're ready to move on to the next person who will give you that attention and focus and hit all those buttons. So the question is that the life you want to live? Or is your relationship, is your marriage falling apart because you're not being filled the way you would like to? When the truth is, my truth was, my partner would never be able to fill those voids. And it's not fair to her for me to try to require her to do that. I realized that these voids were inside of me, and that I had to address them. I had to become whole and work on making myself whole in these ways and in these areas, so that I could be the best me. Not for her, not for my children, but so that I could be the best, the strongest, the most radiant, the most brilliant version of me possible now in this lifetime. So I look to myself. I say thank you for becoming aware that I have these deficiencies, and thank you that I'm able to address them so that I can become a whole person again. Look to your relationships. Look to those areas that you're emotional about, and see where you need to look, and where you're not whole, where you don't feel whole, where you feel that your emotions are being met by someone or something outside of you, and that if you actually want to be whole, maybe you need to look inside. Maybe you need to learn how to fill those voids for yourself, so that so that you can truly be healed, so that you can truly be whole, and so that you can discover your true power and your ability to be brilliant, because you're always limited. If there's anything about you that you need filled from outside of yourself, or you think needs to be filled from outside of you, you're limited. You're not the true being, not the true person that you could be. You're not your whole self. So that's the point of this video. Again, my name is Benny Ferguson. This is Bridging the Mental Gap. I'll talk to you soon.